Hello everyone, welcome back. This will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the week of April 27th. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. And for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. Some of you have hit the hype button, so thank you very much for that. And of course, all those lovely comments. They are so nice to read. Thank you for reaching out to me. I do truly enjoy them. It certainly makes my week. It uplifts me. I hope I do the same for you. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Oh, 3 of Cups, a celebration, get together, invitations coming in. Now, this can be a celebration for a birthday, anniversary, just get together with some friends. But you are really excited about this. You're going to have quite the good time this week. Get-togethers with people that you haven't seen for a while. These could be invitations for birthday, anniversaries, weddings, all kinds of things in life to celebrate. And you are just content to go with the flow. Things are really feeling much more smoother for you starting out, and that's really nice to see because you've had your turn. You know, God help you, you've had your turn. Going through all kinds of things that you don't need, and now you get to feel much more content with your choices this week. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Look at you, charging forward. Looked like there's an unexpected trip coming in for some of you. You know, this could be just, you know, you got that really good deal all of a sudden, so you're off and running to something that you wanted to do. You know, someplace you wanted to adventure or see, and it's really invigorating for you, like you're really ready for this. But you're charging ahead on a whole new way of doing quite a few things in your life right now. Exciting new adventures. There's some relationships around you that are running their course. You know, they're starting to show their true colors. You know, relationships are starting to cool down, but that's okay because, you know, you've had them for a while. You've had these people in your life, and now you're changing your direction. You're going in a new way, and sometimes that, you know, ruffles people's feathers because they're used to you being one way, and you're not afraid to do things a little bit more on your own if need be. So you're really going forward with this. No taking anything back. You know where you want to go. You know what you're going to have in your life. You're very determined this week to keep going forward. No more sliding backwards. And the 7 of Rods. Yeah, see, you decided to make a choice this week in something. And you are knowing very much that the people around you may not really appreciate it, or, you know, being judgmental. And you're not caring. You're not asking anybody's permission in this. You are already made up your mind. You've made your choice. You've stepped into this, your ownership of it. And you know that you can stand your ground. Sometimes it takes courage. But you're maintaining control over this because this is something, a change that you have wanted to do for a while. Yeah, look at the independence. 9 of Pentacles. So self-reliant, independent, financially independent as well. You're doing okay for yourself. You're feeling more assured of your steps going forward this week. You're rewarding yourself. You're treating yourself, but you feel almost like you want to spend some time by yourself a little bit more. You know, getting in touch with who you are, what your expectations are for yourself for the future. And it's really helping you to discover who you want to be, where you want to go. And the Ace of Wands. Look at the opportunities. Nice. Yep. You know, there's all kinds of opportunities here. You have the energy and the drive and the desire to achieve. So it looks like for some of you, there's a new job coming in, like an offer for a new job, a new career. And it's a little more creative for you than what you're used to, but you're eager for it. You know, you're feeling more optimistic about it. There's opportunities here, and everything seems to be just lining up ever so nicely. And that's nice to see for you, because once you decide to do something or change your course, you don't normally turn around. But this is one, a submission to something that makes you feel good. So even if somebody told you that, you have to do it this way, that sort of thing, you'll just change and go and do it that way because you're feeling more inspired about these new opportunities. And the High Priestess, look at that. Look at the balance, the harmony. Like you are really feeling more empowered going forward, understanding that things will come around to the right way when they're supposed to. So things are really starting to take off for you. You planted your seeds, things are starting to move. You're very knowledgeable and you're trusting in yourself. You're understanding that you are much stronger than you thought you were. Like you can accomplish what your dreams are going forward, and you're starting to believe in yourself again. Yeah, look at that. The Strength card. Absolutely believing in yourself. Feeling stronger, more passionate about all things in your life. And you found now, not only are you much more focused, but your inner strength to accomplish this. No longer allowing yourself to, get derailed or slide off the rails here. You're definitely determined and focused in on starting something fresh. Yeah, and the Death card. Letting go of things from the past, people, places, and things. Realizing that, something has to come to an end in order for this new start for you to get going. And you're ready for it, You're changing, you're transforming. It's an end of a cycle so that you can step into something much more fitting to you and what you believe and how you want things. And, once something's finished, you're very much aware of it. And you do let things go. And that's where you're headed now. You've, gone through all the filing part of it, looked at all these different circumstances, situations before you ever made that final step. But you are making it. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Watching your finances, making sure you have enough, doing some investments, understanding your finances are doing okay. They're not exactly beautiful, but you're okay because there's been a little bit of a loss in the back, or feeling that mentality that you don't quite have enough. So you're a little bit stressed and worried about it, but you're still doing okay because you're realizing that you've already proven to yourself and everyone else that you can do it. You have the strength, determination, and if you have to do something on your own, you're more than capable of accomplishing it. So you'll get past that. And the King of Swords. Yeah, standing your ground. Wow, eh? Feeling that you need to. Something has happened recently and it's made you understand where your inner strength is and what you need to, bring to the surface in this. If there's been a problem that you've been trying to, go around it, well, you're not now. You're any kind of problems or something like that is happening, you're more direct at it. You're just heading straight for it, finding the solutions, solving problems, and going forward. And no longer allowing people to just walk in and walk over you. You're not having that anymore. You've thought things through very clearly this week and found many solutions for things. And it helps you to understand what your own desires are. Yeah, see the Star card. New beginnings, new opportunities. Things are really starting to come together for you. And I like that. There's hope, calm, faith, renewal, good omens. The future looks pretty good here for you. Starting out with, so much optimism, and the universe is going, well, with all that optimism, let me help you. And you're more than willing for that. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that's your yes card from universe. You planted the seed. Things are really starting to take off. That's a very lucky card. Maybe you bought yourself a little bit of a lottery here or some sort, scratch and win, whatever it is. And you win. And it really helps you to take that next evolution in your life going forward. But these are tangible goods, material gains. You're really starting to get back into shape, taking care of yourself, doing some exercise in that. Some of you are going to actually go and talk to somebody about your finances, like a financial advisor, looking for your future. And you want to make sure that you're okay. Yeah, Two of Swords. You're trying to make a decision that you have been sitting on the fence with for a while now. You didn't want to stir the boat or rock the boat, however you want to say it. And you're realizing that if you don't make that decision now, it will be done for you. So though you're nervous and scared about it, you're realizing that you need to take that step. And it's not been easy for you to come to that conclusion. Like, it's a difficult one for you, but you're realizing it has to be one way or the other. Make the decision and see what comes. And the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Calm, collective, give and take, feeling more optimistic in things. Your finances are starting to flow a little bit more easy. So this is a giving and receiving time for you. You're generating wealth for your future. You're willing to share it, but not that everybody else gets all of it. You're making sure that they earn it. So you're teaching others how to go forward. And it helps you to change your inner soul too here. So it's giving and receiving. So you're learning to accept help from others. It's not out of pity. It's somebody has a little more knowledge in something than you do, but you have more knowledge in something. So you're sharing with someone else here. And it really makes it much more profitable for both sides. And the King of Cups. Wow, look at the inner strength. You're motivated. You're resolving problems. Relationships are starting to move much more smoothly. And it really helps you to stay more focused, trusting your instincts going forward, because you're realizing that when you do that and have done that, things seem to really work out quite well for you. When you don't do that, well, cause and effect, but you are not pulling out all the stops because you're realizing you're not so much pressured. Looks like for some of you, someone special is coming into your life here, and it's going to help you just stay that much more calmer. And it doesn't have to be a relationship, as in a physical part. This can be a friendship. All kinds of different people come in and out of our lives. But you're realizing this one is much more content, much more helpful. So you're just sitting back this week a little bit more, realizing that things will come to you. You just have to have a little more faith in yourself and what you've been asking for. And then calm down, sit back, and let it come. Let it flow. Yeah. King of Pentacles. So definitely looking into your finances, your investments, making sure that you have enough for your future. So it looks like for many of you, you're going to go and talk to a financial advisor to figure out where to put some of your money, to invest for your futures. And it's definitely, dicey out there, but you're realizing that if you get some input from somebody who has much more knowledge than you, that it will help you to pick much more wisely. So slow and steady will win the race, And you have realized that more this week than you have in the past as well. Oh, look at that. The Fool. New beginning, new opportunity, leap of faith. I like it. I like it a lot. New beginnings. Possibilities are endless here. And you are now trusting that your life is going the right direction. No more, jumping off the cliff, although you're doing things with blind faith and believing in yourself. But this is a new adventure, a new opportunity. And it is going to really please you, make you happy. You're going to do this with a smile on your face. So good for you for making that decision. And it hasn't been easy. Not at all, but you still did what you had to do in order to move your future. Keep going forward. All right, one more. The Knight of Cups. So somebody coming in to help you. This could be travel plans for some of you as well. And this could also be the beginning of a new relationship. Like somebody coming in and talking to you, and you really hit each other's sparks. So it's a very nice card. There's optimism here, new beginnings, somebody coming to offer you assistance, and you are accepting it. And that in itself is beautiful, because normally you hold back, but you're ready for this change. You've been sort of like secretly wanting this, and it finally come to light. All right, and your oracle card. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. So true. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.